You know that moment when everything's finally lining up? The promotion comes through, the relationship feels solid, the scale finally moves in the right direction. And then, almost like clockwork, you do something that quietly ruins it. Yeah, that one. Most people think it's bad luck, or stress, or life just being life. But what if I told you there's a silent mechanism in your brain that actually prefers the familiar pain of failure over the unfamiliar territory of success? Let me take you back to a Tuesday morning in Chicago. Sarah, a 34-year-old marketing manager, had just landed her dream client after 2 years of grinding. Big contract, big bonus. Her boss was already talking about making her director. She celebrated with her team, posted the humble brag on LinkedIn, and went home feeling unstoppable. That night, she opened a bottle of wine. Just one glass, she told herself. By midnight, the bottle was empty and she was doom scrolling old photos of her ex, the same ex who made her feel small. The next morning, she woke up with that familiar pit in her stomach and accidentally sent a slightly unprofessional reply to her new client. Nothing crazy, just enough to create doubt. Within 3 weeks, the deal started to slip. She told her friends it wasn't meant to be. Sound familiar? Here's the part that hits hard. Sarah wasn't lazy. She wasn't unlucky. She was running an invisible program most of us don't even know exists. Psychologists call it self-sabotage. But that word makes it sound like you're consciously choosing to fail. The truth is way sneakier. It's your brain trying to protect you, using the exact same survival wiring that once kept our ancestors alive. See, your brain hates uncertainty more than it hates pain. Success is full of uncertainty, new rules, new expectations, the terrifying possibility that you might not be able to keep it up. Failure? That's familiar, comfortable. You know exactly how that story ends. So your mind quietly creates exit ramps. Sometimes it looks like procrastination on the things that actually matter. Sometimes it's picking fights right before something important. Other times it's achieving the goal and then immediately undermining it with one small stupid decision. Wait, there's more. The craziest part? The higher your potential, the stronger the sabotage mechanism often gets. People who grew up hearing, don't get your hopes up, or people like us don't get opportunities like that, develop an especially sophisticated version of it. Their brain treats big success like a threat to their identity. I watched this play out with my friend Marcus last year. He'd spent 8 years building a tech startup. Investors were circling. Then, 2 weeks before the big funding round, he got into a pointless argument with his co founder in front of the entire team. The kind of fight that didn't need to happen. The funding fell through. Marcus laughed it off and said the timing wasn't right. But I saw the look in his eyes the week before. Pure terror. Not of failing, but of what would happen if he actually succeeded and still felt empty inside. That's the hidden fear almost nobody talks about. So, how do you stop a mechanism that's trying to protect you from the very thing you say you want? It starts with catching the pattern before it catches you. Next time you notice yourself creating unnecessary drama right before something good is about to happen, pause. Ask yourself the uncomfortable question: what am I actually afraid of if this works out? Most people never ask that. They just keep repeating the same quiet self destruction and calling it bad luck. Here's where it gets hopeful. The moment you start seeing the pattern, it loses its power. Your brain can be retrained, not with toxic positivity or just believe in yourself nonsense, but with small, deliberate proof that the new version of your life is safe. Sarah eventually did it the hard way. After losing that client, she started keeping a private sabotage log. Every time she felt the urge to blow something up, she wrote down what she was feeling and what story her brain was telling her. Within months, she could spot the urge coming from a mile away. The first time she pushed through it and closed a new deal anyway, She said it felt like the first time in her adult life she actually trusted herself. You don't need to become a different person. You just need to stop believing every fear based story your brain throws at you when good things start happening. Because here's the quiet truth most self help gurus won't tell you: the sabotage isn't a flaw, it's proof that somewhere deep down, you know you're capable of more. Your brain is just trying to keep you in the lane it already knows. The question is, are you finally ready to rewrite the script? The next time life offers you a real shot at something better, you'll feel that familiar tug to mess it up. That's not weakness showing up, that's the old program running. This time, try something radical. Stay. Don't send the risky text. Don't start the unnecessary fight. Don't downplay the opportunity. Just stay with the discomfort of things going right. Your future self is quietly rooting for you to do exactly that. And for the first time, you might actually let yourself win.